Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to get all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodah. And this video really going over the curses. You know, a lot of people wonder why blacks and Hispanics are in the condition we in. Why are we last hired, first fired? Why are we in the ghettos and the slums? Why are we killing each other? Why is the father always leaving the household? That's questions that a lot of people want to know, and the Bible answer them. You know, the Bible answers those questions. Why are we in the condition we in as a people? And I'm here to tell you because we broke the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, the Creator. We broke the commandments. He put curses on us because we disobeyed Him. So that's why we in the condition we in as a people, because it's a curse on us. But it's coming to a point where the curse is going to be lifted off of us and put onto our enemies, which are the other nations. It's a time when we finna get delivered from our captivity because we are still in slavery. Yes, we got the chains and stuff all off of us, but we still in the land that we was captives of. You know, we still in the land that we was brought to be slaves. So we still slaves. Really, we still slaves. It's still bloodshed from our ancestors in this land. You get what I'm saying? So I'm finna show you, because Moses gave the commandments to the Israelites. He gave these laws to the Israelites. So the Israelites are the only people that can sin because the law was only given to them. How can everybody sin if the law was only given to the Israelites? You get what I'm saying? So the Israelites are the Bible will tell you who the Israelites are by these curses. These curses that I'm finna read to you will tell you who the Israelites are without telling you, because you will fit these curses. Your ancestors went through some of these curses. So you don't know who the Israelites are. So the people that saying we don't know who the Israelites are a lie. They trying to hide this truth from you. But I'm being real, so I'm gonna be 100 with you. I'm gonna show you who the Israelites is according to the Bible. So Deuteronomy 28:1. God will bless Israel. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So he's saying if we would have kept these commandments that Moses gave us from him, he had set us high above all nations. We'll be blessed, really. It go both ways. If we keep the commandments, we'll be blessed. If we don't keep them, we'll be cursed. So it was a choice that we made. To keep the commandments, we'll be blessed, or we don't, we're going to be cursed. Because it just said, I command thee this day, and the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So he's going to set us high above all these nations that's running us now. All these nations that got all their own businesses that we have to go buy. Like we got to go buy food and water from all the other nations. Our people not over that. Even if our people is over over all this, they say they got their own business. They still have to go to the white man to get permission. You know what I'm saying? And all that money don't go to us. We have to give it to them. Some of our money to them. And that's a curse. I'm gonna show you that's a curse that we have to go to our enemies for food and water and stuff like that. But those nations that we supposed to be above, they're above us now. We below. We at the bottom of the food chain now as a people, because we didn't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. And it said, it's Deuteronomy 28:2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy king, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be the basket in thy store. Blessed shall thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shall thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. So we know Israel have an enemy. Israel have a people that they that's against them, that we're not supposed to we're supposed to fight against. He said, the Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face, and they shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord shall command the blessings upon thee in my storehouses, and in all that thou settest thy hand unto, and he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. The Lord shall establish thee in holy people unto himself, and he has sworn unto thee. So we're going to be a holy people to him. You know what I'm saying? We would have kept law, statutes, and commandments. He said, the Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto thee. If thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways, and all people of the earth shall see that thou art called the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. So they're going, hey, basically he's saying that we keep law, statutes, and commandments, we'll be kings and princesses, gods of the earth, really. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be running everything right now. It would be the other way around. We'll be running everything, and all these nations will be below us. But you know that it's you know we messed up because we not fitting these we're not blessed right now. You know what I'm saying? We're not fitting these things that he told us we would fit if we would have kept the commandments. So you know we didn't keep the commandments. So I'm finna show you the curses. The curses now alright, we didn't keep the commandments. A curse is gonna get put on us for not keeping the commandments. Cause we didn't listen, so he put a curse on us. So I'm gonna read some of the curses that he put on us as a people. And you will see that these curses don't fit just anybody. These curses only fit a particular people. They don't fit everybody. Everybody can't say they fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28. Everybody can't say they're Israelites because they don't fit these curses I'm finna read to you. I'm finna show you. And if you didn't know, the Israelites are God's chosen people. If you didn't know, the Israelites are the best people on the planet Earth. Feel what I'm saying? They're the best people according to the Bible. They're the best people on the face of the earth. The Israelites. They are His chosen people. He chose them over every other people. He chose the Israelites, which are the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans of Negro and Indian descent. He chose us to be He chose us to be a chosen people. I'm finna get these curses, some of these curses to show you. My bad. I was distracted. Alright. Deuteronomy 28:16. This is one of the curses that he put on us for not keeping the commandments. So we like to curse people right now. You know what I'm saying? As a people, we cursed. We blessed and we cursed. Cause we blessed to be His chosen people. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to be the creator of the world, chosen people. But at the same time, we still got these curses on us, so we kind of cursed also. So Deuteronomy 28:16, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. So he's saying if we don't keep these laws, statutes, commandments, and hearken down to Him, we're gonna be. He said, we should be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. So who cursed in the cities? You know what I'm saying? Who cursed in the city? Police brutality, gun violence. We killing each other. You got all the other nations killing us in the cities. Big places like Baltimore, Detroit, New York, places like that. We curse in those cities as a people. LA, you know what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics, we curse as a people. And it says, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Who is in the fields? Who is in the fields? Picking cotton. You know what I'm saying? From sun up to sundown. Who is cursed in the fields? So-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. And a lot of people didn't know Hispanics and Native Americans were also slaves. A lot of people didn't know that. They were slaves with us. You know what I'm saying? You know when the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom split up? We was the slaves. We were slaves. You know what I'm saying? We were slaves. So people don't know that Hispanics have a history of going to slavery as well, just like blacks. But they don't teach you that in school because they want to keep us separated. But we were slaves together. You get what I'm saying? I mean, we were both slaves. That's what I'm trying to say. We were both slaves. So when they say cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Everybody can't say that they cursed in the city. Every nation can't say they cursed. White people can't say they cursed in the city and they've been cursed in the field. Asians can't say they was cursed in the city, cursed in the field. Japanese people can't say they were cursed in the field. I mean, cursed in the city, cursed in the fields. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't say that. Africans can't even say that. Africans can't say they cursed in the city, cursed in the field. They can't say that. You feel what I'm saying? They can't say that because they don't fit the curses. So, let me see. Deuteronomy 28:30 says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. So he's saying we're gonna get a wife, and another man shall lie with her. What that sound like? That sound like slavery. Cause you know when we had a wife, the slave master can come get your wife at any time and bring her back at any time. You couldn't do nothing. So it says, Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Because we wasn't gonna be able to dwell in our house or plant a vineyard and shall not gather the grapes, because we was getting switched from plantation to plantation. So we wasn't gonna be able to dwell in our house because we were getting sent to plantation to plantation. So as soon as we build that house up, we couldn't be able to dwell in it because we were sent to another plantation. You get what I'm saying? So that's a curse. Our ancestors have been through those. That's a curse on our people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't say that. Everybody can't say. Everybody can't say they have a betrothed their wife and another man shall lie with her. That's history. White people can't say that was their history. You know what I'm saying? Because they was the ones that was doing it to us. So they can't say that. They can't say that. East Indians can't say that. It only these curses only fit certain people, and it shows you who the Israelites are according to the Bible. So Deuteronomy 28:32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long, and shall be no might in thy hands. So when they say our sons and daughters shall be given unto another people, that's how it was in slavery. You know, auction blocks. They'll get all the slaves up there, and all the other slave masters will come and look at them, and they'll choose which slave they want to take with them. No, they'll pay for them. They'll buy a slave, and then they'll just say they buy the kids. They'll buy the kids and not the parents. They'll take the kids away, and we can't do nothing because we ain't had nothing in our hand to fight back. We just had to look. We couldn't get our kids back and say no. They stand where we couldn't do that. If they want to take our kids, they could take them. We couldn't do nothing. All we could do was just look. And that's a curse. That's history. That's slavery. That's history. That happened in slavery. Look, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look. So we couldn't do nothing. We just had to look. We couldn't even do nothing. We just had to just watch it happen. And fell with longing for them all the day long, and shall be no might in thy hand. So we ain't had no weapon in our hand. We couldn't fight back. You know, before we had swords, we had all type of stuff we could fight back with. So if they want to take our daughters, they would have to see us. If they want to take our sons, they would have to see us. But now, since we went through slavery, and we were going through the curses, it said we had no might in our hands, so we couldn't fight back. Just our weapons. They had our weapons. They had our swords and guns. The other nations, so we couldn't do nothing. We just had to watch them take our kids. That's a curse. Hold on, Salaki. Deuteronomy 28:33. The fruit of thy land, all thy labor, shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away. And who are the nation we didn't know? These other nations that are not Israelites. You know what I'm saying? They took everything from us. You know what I'm saying? They took all the stuff that we had. They took it from us. All the gold that we had, all the food that we had. They took everything from us, and it says, "Thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away." We only oppressed in this land. America, you know what I'm saying? We are as a people, we are oppressed in this land. You know what I'm saying? We are oppressed people. You know what I'm saying? So this curse right here fit us, the blacks and Hispanics, cause we are cursed people in this land. You know, everybody look at us. Everybody look at us. It don't matter. It don't matter how much money you got. You could be a black Hispanic. You can have more money than a homeless white person, right? Or you say you LeBron James, right? You have all this money, and that homeless white person or that homeless person from another nation, they gonna still look at you like you nothing. They gonna still look at you like they better than you. You know why? Why? Because you oppressed and crushed away. You still a nigga to them. You know what I'm saying? They still looking at you like they people still above you. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter how much money you got to the other nations, you still nothing. You still they still gonna oppress you as a people. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna look at you still. You got all this money, you still nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? They still think they better than you. You get what I'm saying? So that's a curse. All right, Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. So he's saying that we're going to become, you know how we was called Israelites. All the other nations who knew who we were back then, they feared us. Cause they knew that our God was on the only living God was on our side. So they feared us. So they knew the Israelites. They knew us as kings. They knew our women as princesses. They knew us as a chosen people. But now he's saying we're gonna be called a proverb and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lend us. So you think they calling us kings and queens now? I mean kings and princesses. You think they calling us that? You think they calling us guys of the earth? You know what I'm saying? You think they calling us that? You think they calling us royalty? You think they calling us Israelites now? No, they calling us bywords, names that, you know what I'm saying, names that are not our names. They calling us niggas. They calling us black. You know what I'm saying? Black. Black is a color on the crayon. Black. Negroes. They call us African Americans. Those are bywords put on us. Those are bywords put on. Call you Puerto Rican, which mean rich port. You know what I'm saying? They calling us Mexican, wetbacks, all those names like that. Those are not our names. We are the Israelites. But they put these bywords. They put these bywords bywords and proverbs on us, which mean names are not. They are not our names. You know what I'm saying? We were not called those names back then. We was empowered. We wasn't called those names back then. But he's saying now we're gonna be called bywords and proverbs because we didn't keep the law, statutes, commandment. So we're gonna be known to them as niggas, wetbacks. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. We're gonna be rednecks. You know they call Native Americans rednecks. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna redskins, like they call them redskins. So we're gonna be known to them as names like that. Cause they like we nothing now. They mocking us, really. They mocking us. And our people don't know, so the elites that's over this, like the Jewish men, they laughing at us right now. Cause we don't know who we are. We calling each other byword. We call each other niggas. We call each other wetbacks. I mean, we don't call it, never mind, slack it. We don't call each other that. Mexicans don't call each other that. We get called that by other people. But you know what I'm saying? We call each other niggas, black, African Americans. Those are bywords. And they laughing at us because we don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's a curse that was a curse that was put on us. That's why we doing it. And only a certain people fit that. You get what I'm saying? So Deuteronomy 28:41. Thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they will go into captivity. Thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they will go into captivity. So basically, you ain't gonna be able to enjoy you gonna have some kids, but you ain't gonna be able to have fun with them because they're gonna go into captivity. How you gonna have fun with your kids while they're in captivity? That's a curse. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors lived that. You know what I'm saying? As a people, we fit that curse. Everybody can't say that. Deuteronomy 28:43. The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. So the stranger, in the Bible, you have the strangers, which are your brothers, and you have the strangers, which are the other nations. So the stranger that is talking about right now is talking about the strangers of the other nations. It say the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. So these people that were below us back when we was in power, these other nations that served us, it said they're gonna be up, they're gonna be higher, they're gonna be higher than us now. The stranger that within thee shall get up above thee very high. So they're gonna come up high above us. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be above us now. When we wanna get a job, we have the white man gonna be in charge of most of these high buildings. You know what I'm saying? The white man control all these businesses. You know what I'm saying? When you want to get one of them high businesses, you know, who control? Are we in control of all them high businesses? All them high businesses? No, the other nations is. The other nations got all these own all these liquor stores. You know what I'm saying? They got their own businesses, and the money stay within the family. But it said, the stranger that within thee shall come up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. So we gonna come down low, they gonna come up high. That's why we in the slums. That's why we in the ghettos. You get what I'm saying? That's why we gotta work for everybody. As a people, we gotta work for these. We gotta work for these other nations because that's a curse. And a lot of people wonder that. Why most of our people can't have our own businesses? You know what I'm saying? Why can why they won't let us get along sometimes? You get what I'm saying? But they let the other nations get one before we get one. So that's a curse, because the strangers come up above us very high, and we're gonna come down very low. You get what I'm saying? As a people, we low. You know what I'm saying? We low, and these other nations above us. That's a curse. Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Enemies. See, a lot of people think that we everything all good, and we don't got no enemies. Yes, we do. We still to this day got enemies. You know what I'm saying? We still to this day got enemies. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies. Who are we serving as a people? You know what I'm saying? Who are we serving as a people? All the other nations. You know what I'm saying? All the other nations that had us into slavery. We serving them now. We have to go to them if we want a job. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go to them for food and water. You think a black or Hispanic on Walmart, Checkers, Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's? You think a black or Hispanic person own those type of businesses? Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, with the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. So we're gonna have to serve them in hunger. Where do we go to get our food? Like I said, we go to Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's. We go to them to get our food. So you think we're not owning those places? We're not owning those big time food places. It says where the Lord shall send you against hunger and in thirst. So we gotta go to them to get drink, to get something to drink, in thirst, and in nakedness. We have to go to them to get clothes. You think our people own Under Armour, Nike, Adidas? No, those are the people. Those are most of the white people of the other nations. They own those type of things. Our women go to the Chinese people to get their hair. You know what I'm saying? They own that stuff. You get what I'm saying? And wants. Anything you want, you have to go to the other nations to get. You get what I'm saying? They own by everything. You get what I'm saying? It said, and it want in all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. Who had a yoke of iron around their neck? They put a yoke of they put a yoke of iron around the black and Hispanic neck during slavery. It was a yoke of iron around our neck to destroy us. But they took it off us when we was destroyed. When we was destroyed mentally, they took it off us. But we still destroyed people, because we destroyed mentally, because we don't know who we are. We don't know that we the Israelites. We don't know that we God's chosen people. We don't know that we got to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments to get out this captivity. The churches ain't telling you that, though. The church is closing down now, though. They hear about the coronavirus. The church is closing down. But hold up, why you closing down, though, if you know what I'm saying, you trust in God, or you believe in God? That's supposed to make you go harder, right? But most of these churches closing down because of coronavirus. That's not even a bad virus that the media portraying it to be. But these churches closing down. You get what I'm saying? So they're not telling you that you Israelites. So we are cursed people because we don't know who we are. And Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother. So back then, when we was in power, we were very tender and delicate towards our brother. You know what I'm saying? We showed love everywhere. When we showed love, hey, what's up, brother? Hey, brother, you good? Hey, brother, if you need anything, let me know. I got you. That's how we was. But now we look at our brothers like enemies. We mean mugging each other. You know what I'm saying? We can't even look at our brothers for 2 seconds. We can't even look at our brothers for two seconds without them thinking that we want to fight or kill them. You know what I'm saying? That's the curse that was put on us. We used to be tender and delicate towards each other, but now we had an evil eye towards each other. We want to kill each other now, because that's a curse that was put on us from the Most High, because we didn't keep the commandments. And it says, and his eyes shall be evil toward his brother and towards the wife of his children, which he shall leave. That's why there's a lot of single parents in the black Hispanic community. It's a lot of single parent raising their kids, and the man leave the house, because it just said, he should have an evil eye toward his brother and toward the wife of his children, which he shall leave. So he gonna have a tender eye towards his wife, just like his brother. He gonna look at his wife like, I don't even know why I married you. You ain't nothing. And he gonna try to go get a white woman. You know what I'm saying? He gonna try to get a woman from another nation. So he gonna look at his wife as nothing. You know what I'm saying? That he gonna leave. He gonna leave the household. That's why it's a lot of single mothers out here raising child, cause that's a curse that was put on us as a people. And bro, only the Black, Hispanic, and Native American people as a people now. I ain't talking about just 2 or 3 people. I'm talking about as a people can say they fit that curse. Only the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans say they can fit this curse. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of single mothers raising parents in the Black and Hispanic community. You know what I'm saying? There's not no coincidence. That's a curse. And check this out. Deuteronomy 20:56. The tender and delicate woman among you which would not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter. So now I'm not just talking about the man of the Black Hispanic. It's talking about the woman. She gonna look at her husband the same way he look at her. So how that's gonna work out? If he look at her a certain way and she look at him a certain way, how that's gonna work out? You know what I'm saying? That's why most women put them on child support. You know what I'm saying? Because they got an evil eye towards them. And that's why most men leave, because they got an evil eye towards their wife. That's a curse. And it says, and towards her son and towards her daughter. So they say the woman gonna have an evil eye towards her kids now. You know what I'm saying? But before it wasn't like that. It was all family. You had the man in the house, you had the kids, you had the woman raising the kids, you had the men out here working for the household. But now it's all messed up now, because the woman gonna have an evil eye towards her husband. He gonna have an evil eye towards her. And she also gonna have an evil eye towards her kids, because the husband left, and she probably gonna put all her anger out on the kids. So she gonna have an evil eye towards them. You get what I'm saying? It's all craziness. But that's a curse. That only we fit as a people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans got to understand that we are the same people. We just from different tribes. You know what I'm saying? We from different tribes. Hispanic and Native Americans are just Northern Kingdom. We the Southern, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, which are the Negro, so-called Negroes, so-called Jamaicans, and so-called Haitians, or the Jews, which are the Southern Kingdom. And the Native Americans and Hispanics are Northern Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? We had split at one time. We had split, but we still the same. We got to come together now. We still the same people. Black and Hispanics are still the same people. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that we are chosen people. You know what I'm saying? We got that sauce. We got that flavor. You know, everybody want to be us. You get what I'm saying? Everybody want to be us. You know, and we got similarities. You know, like I be, it's posts that say, it be like post and be like, black parents be like, and it'll say something, and Hispanics be, they'll come and be like, oh, our parents did that too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we went through that too. Our parents just like that. Our parents will whoop us and we do this, that, and that. You know, and black parents do the same thing, because we similar, because we the same people. We from the same nation. We just from different tribes. Like I can be from the tribe of Judah, and a Mexican can be from the tribe of they just from the tribe of Issachar. You know what I'm saying? We from different tribes, but we from the same nation. We the same people. So therefore, it's time for us to come back to our true nationality, and time for us to come together as a people. Cause just think about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Just think about us coming together. That'd be scary. That'd be a scary sight for the other nations. You know what I'm saying? They would not like that if the black Hispanics came together. We'd be powerful. We'd be the most powerful. That'd be the most powerful thing on the planet. If we just come together as the people, and understand what we got to do to come back. And we got to understand what we got to do to come back to the to power and to laws, statutes, commandments. That's what we got to do to come back to these laws, statutes, commandments to get back power. Cause they're gonna tell you who you is. These Christians tell you who you is. You get what I'm saying? So we just gotta just come back to who we are according to the Bible. So Deuteronomy 28:64 says, "And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even to the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone." So he said he was gonna scatter us among all people, and you know that we scattered among all people now. You know we not just in America. We all scattered among the four corners of the earth. We all separated. We was together, now we all separated. We all scattered. You have people in the UK, you know what I'm saying? You have people in America, different places, Jamaica. You have people in Haiti. Our people in Haiti, you know what I'm saying? Different places. And it says, from the one end of the earth into the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods which neither nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So we're gonna get here and serve other gods, wood and stone. You know what I'm saying? You got people, our people want to be Muslim and going to Mecca and serving a little stone. You know what I'm saying? They serving a stone. That's not real. Our people didn't know that. Our people wasn't doing that. You got our people worshiping the sun and the moon now. Our people wasn't doing that back then. You think our people thinking we Egyptians, we out here worshiping the Egyptians. Our people wasn't doing that. Our people out here worshiping white Jesus in churches. You know what I'm saying? It be wood and stone cutout. Well, not wood cutouts, but you know what I'm talking about. Wood and stone. When they what it's called? I forgot what it's called, but they get a wooden stone of Jesus Christ, so the white man Jesus Christ, but he a so-called black man. But they get a image of the white man, and our people worship him. You know what I'm saying? That's wrong too, cause you worshiping a false Messiah. You know what I'm saying? I think it's in Brazil. In Brazil, they got a big image of white Jesus, a big one. I'm talking about big. You can see it from the whole city, a white Jesus. You get what I'm saying? But that's a false image. Our people worship that. I know there's people that go to that every day and worship that. You know what I'm saying? But that's a curse that will put on us. And it said, "Thou shalt serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone." So he said we're gonna worship. He's saying we're gonna worship wood and stone. You know what I'm saying? That's a wood and stone idol. It's really idols, idols. He's saying we're gonna worship idols. You know what I'm saying? So Deuteronomy 28:68, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt," and Egypt just means bondage, according to Exodus 20:2. When he talking about Egypt in this verse, he talking about bondage, because Exodus 20:2 says, "I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage." So Egypt, when he referring to, is as the house of bondage. So he says, so Egypt, when he referring to as a house of bondage, he talking about slavery. You know what I'm saying? So what he really saying is, "And the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again with ships," because the first time we went into slavery, we didn't go in by no ships. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going by ships. But he's saying this time he shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Bruh, everybody don't fit that curse. What I just read, everybody don't fit that curse. If you hard to hear him, I'm gonna read it again for you. Deuteronomy 28:68. "And the Lord shall," and this is the King James version, cause you know the other versions be saying some crazy stuff. You have to really look at what you just read, but it's King James. "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt," which is slavery, "again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." So he's saying this time you going into slavery with ships. So who all went into slavery in the ships? On ships? Black and Hispanics. Come on now. Keep it a buck. Black and Hispanics went into slavery on ships. And he said you shall be sold unto your enemies. Who your enemies? Who are you sold into? You know, hey, I know your heart. I know your heart is beating real fast. Don't be scared. Who are you sold to? Because whoever you was sold to will be your enemy according to the Bible. You get what I'm saying? So who your enemy that you were sold to? And don't hit me with no love thy enemy. You know what I'm saying? Love thy enemy. I made a video on that earlier. I made a video on that like a month ago. So look at my video when it said love thy enemy. It's talking about your enemy in your nation. Cause you can have an enemy that's in your nation that don't like you, like Saul was to David, or you can have an enemy from the other nations. They your enemies, definitely they your enemies. So when they say thou shalt be sold unto your enemies, this is talking about the enemies from the other nations. Cause we weren't sold unto each other. Crazies. It say, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies. So whoever your enemies is, or whoever sold you into slavery, are your enemies. You ever heard of the transatlantic slave trade? If you haven't, look up the transatlantic slave trade. All the other nations had a hand in our slavery. The whites, Africans, East Indians, Japanese, the Chinese, all those people had a hand in your slavery. So what would they be according to the Bible? They would be your enemies. So they are your enemies according to the Bible. These other nations that are not Israelites are your enemies because they all had a hand in having, they all had a part in your slavery. So it says, you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, which are slaves. And no man shall buy you. So no man ain't going to buy you. No man ain't going to get you out your captivity. We already had people try to get us out of our captivity. You know what I'm saying? We had Malcolm X. We had Marcus Garvey. We had Martin Luther King when he started trying to get right. We had him. We had Louis Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? We had them people. But we still in our slavery. You know what I'm saying? We still in the land that we was brought to for slaves, as slaves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to deliver us out of our captivity. But we still slaves. That's why he said, no man shall buy you, no man shall buy you, no man shall get you out your slavery. We're going to be here till the Messiah come back. He the only person that can get you out. So yeah, man, that's my vid, man. So according to the curses, only a certain people are the Israelites. I mean, it's like only a certain people fit those curses. And that tells you who the Israelites are according to the Bible. Which are the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. God's chosen people. He has a chosen people. I gotta show y'all, bro, because some people think I just be tripping or just be up here talking. I ain't gonna even read all of them. But it speaks about it all through the Bible. If you just read through the Bible, it talks about the Israelites and being his chosen people. Deuteronomy 76. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That's not me just talking. That's Deuteronomy 76. You got a Bible. You know what I'm saying? You got a Bible probably sitting up in your house with dust on it. Blow that dust off, open it up, and go to Deuteronomy 76. Alright. 1 Peter 2:9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and a holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him who has called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. So he's saying, but ye are a chosen. You see, he keep using chosen. So he has a chosen people. You know, everybody not the same. You might not, your ears might not want to hear that, but it's real. Everybody not the same. Everybody not the same. Everybody not God's people. He has a chosen people. He has a people to be his own. To be his own. You feel what I'm saying? Joel 2:27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. Alright. Y'all, if y'all want to stay in denial, bro, you can. You feel me? That's you. That's you. But the Bible talk all about the Israelites. About the Israelites being his chosen people, and the Israelites are his people. And my last one. I got two more. Deuteronomy 14:2. For thou art in Deuteronomy 14:2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all nations that are upon the earth. So how can everybody be How can everybody be the same? He chose that people to be above all nations. So how everybody can be the same? So who the people that's gonna be above all the nations then? If he chose a certain people to be above all nations and we all the same, who gonna be above all the nations then? Deuteronomy 33:29. Happy are thou, O Israel, who is like unto. It's a question he asking too. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee. So he's saying who is like the Israelites? Who is like his chosen people? Nobody. O people saved by the Lord. So he's saying we saved by the Lord. He ain't saying everybody saved by the Lord. He's saying we saved by the Lord. The shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellence. And thy enemies, there it go again, and thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. So that's all right there, man. You feel me? This just the curse. Some of the curses of Deuteronomy 28. Only certain people fit those curses. You get what I'm saying? So look more into it. You feel me? What I'm saying? Are you interested in it? If your spirit bear witness, if you don't deny it, don't be in denial. The truth gonna set you free. You can't keep living in lies. We've been lied to, and that's something you gotta realize. That way you gotta go deeper and learn more about your history, because we've been lied to. You can't listen to what the school teaching you because they lying to you. They're only teaching you what other people telling them to teach you. They're not telling you that you're an Israelite. The church not even telling you that. So why would the schools tell you that? You know what I'm saying? So it's time right now. It's time right now to get right and understand who you are, because the Israelites, the Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you are a chosen people unto the Lord thy God. And when you realize who you are, you'll read the Bible differently, because you'll know who the Israelites are and you know who he's talking to. Feel what I'm saying? So you gotta get out of denial, get your head right, and understand that these curses only fit you, and that you only the chosen people, not everybody else. You get what I'm saying? And I want to give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, which is the true God of the nation of Israel. And I love y'all. Y'all keep fighting, stay in the truth, keep getting your own information. You know what I'm saying? Question everything. Question why we ain't never learned this. You get what I'm saying? Question what were we before slaves? Because they only teach you the 1619 when we came over here as slaves. But what were we before slaves? What was our customs? What did we wear? What did we eat? What did we do? What holidays did we keep? That's something that you gotta look up. That's something that you gotta look into and watch videos and read about. That's something that only you can do. Y'all stay easy. Shalom.
I read it, I looked up and I said, wow, really? Wow, this is awesome. I was like, I know the only people that fit what's in this book of who it says that the true house of Israel is, the lost tribes of Israel. They're lost, they say they're scattered. We don't know who they are. I know who they are. It's clear. It's you guys.
What do you mean by you guys?
The folks that were sent through the transatlantic slave trade. The folks that are still in the lands of their captivity. Israel is in the lands of their captivity. There is no creation of the so-called Jewish state of Israel in 1948. That does not fit prophecy. Those people over there that call themselves Jews, they call their own selves Ashkenazi. If you go look at Genesis chapter 10, 1 through 5,